and make us more successful as a company and as a community as well. So I appreciate every one of you hopping into the call. And today is going to be not much. It's just going to be like Q&A because I told you on Wednesday, I will not be doing much presentations until we are done, with the complete launch of the new Kuailian 2.0. And it is so interesting to, let every one of you understands where we are and where we're going as a company and then as a community because if you are in a community or maybe you actually have you're working as an individual maybe trying to like work with every one of us. If you're working with us, you need to understand exactly how we operate, and this is very important. So I will be doing some few. The first thing, just to guide you a little bit on what you should be thinking about, and the next I should do is for those of you guys who doesn't want to be a part of this wave, the bigger picture, and then I will be guiding you how you could as well as leave us because in a community or maybe in a room full of people, if we have someone that is not happy with what we are doing, then there's going to be a lot of crises, in there. So my point there is to ensure that the people that join us or the people that are with us are totally with us, and they're going to stick with us, that they're going to be here with us, and they're going to stay with us, and that is the key, in this community. And one of the reasons that we started this community, and when we started this community, one of the most important things was to ensure that everybody is happy. So if you're not going to be happy, if you're not happy in this company, and you don't like the way we are, we're giving everybody an opportunity for them to actually go, if they have something else that is better than what Qualian is. But I promise you, write my word down. If you leave, you're gonna come back. That is 100%, bet. I can bet on you. Maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're still gonna come back. All right, maybe not this year, or maybe a year from now, or 2 years from now. So why are you going? There's no need to go. All right. So if there is any kind of a thing you don't understand, you should ask questions. Ask the top leaders questions. They are very well vested to answer all your questions. Okay. So for me, I have seen where we are right now. I have been here before. We have already been here. Okay. So now let me explain something to some of you guys. Number one, we were operating, Qualian was operating when we started the community 2000, when we launched the community to everybody, 2018, we're operating in the technology which the pool actually was tied to the decentralized of Bitcoin. And you guys already understand the volatility of Bitcoin. The technology have to evolve to Ethereum 1. To Qualian 1.1. So Qualian 1.1 was the launching of the smart contract, which we actually has the opportunity to launch the Qualian Ethereum smart contract, and we are operating on the Ethereum blockchain. And you guys understand that it takes us 3 months, 3 good months to to move from the Bitcoin um, network into the blockchain 2.0, which was the proof of stake. All right, so don't get this right. Quite started at proof of work. That was that was the blockchain which we have, uh, the Bitcoin network, okay, the proof of work. Then we move from proof of work to proof of stake, right? Now we kind of have more advancement in terms of the volatility, and you guys
I want
already
to ask
understand
you,
that we wouldn't be here today if if they are stable, because what we are fighting for is to ensure that we go back to the daily payments, the daily earnings, all this technology we are, the Equalian 2.0 is to ensure that we're back to daily earnings, and that is that is our business model. Because when you are actually having an understanding that the technology have evolved, you can see that ETA have actually moved from 1.0 to 2.0. Then ETA 2.0 is still need for scalability, and there is no need, they have not really completely reduce or solve the problem that the 1.0 is facing, which is the high gas fee. Now, what have been the solutions? The solutions have been now that we have new blockchain, we have likes of Polkadot, we have likes of ADA, and then we have other blockchain technology, which is done, and then all these blockchain comes in order to give solutions to to ETA 1.0. All right, and Quarian see that the future is for us to adapt into the ever-changing environment of the decentralized economy of blockchain as one of the biggest ecosystems in the world and the number one fintech in finance. We kind of have to have this culture of adaptations through our technology by improving and changing to meet the test of and the demand of the future. All right, so we still remain the number one proof of stake ecosystem in the world. So our company is designed with a hybrid technology advancement for everyone to use the technology to create wealth in the world today. So it is so amazing that where we are right now. All right, so I'm so excited where we are and where we're going. All right, and then before right now, we're giving the door for those people, for the skeptic, for those who think that if you're not comfortable, if you like don't want to be a part of this community of the future, we're talking about it. We're talking about this Kuailian 2.0. We're talking about 10, 20 years from now, where we're going to be. We are actually in the long term. This is not a Ponzi scheme, where you kind of put emotions into investment. Emotions and investment, those two things doesn't work together. All right. So this is the time for you to understand. Well, you have to take out your emotions if you actually want to. If you want to like kind of become very successful, you have to work with a plan. And the plan is what we giving everybody and building a technology that people in the next 10, 20, 30 years can become multi-millionaire, and if they actually have a plan. And that is why in Quarian here we give everyone a level playing field for them to actually use the technology that we provide and change their financial life. So that is the key. I might have had um, it- the maybe some ways of like showing you if you actually because I am aware that there are so many people in the systems that they aren't happy with us, but I cannot not say much about that. But the greatest things is for you to understand that it is time for us to build a community to meet the demand of the new age. Because if you take a look at the blockchain space, nothing have actually been static. Everything is moving, and you can attest to me 2008 that the companies that we're playing in the blockchain space, about 70 to 80% of those companies are no longer available anymore. They are no longer there. Why are they no longer? What happens is it's not just because they are not there, but because they cannot keep up with the ever-changing technology that is happening in the blockchain space. So, guys, I just want to let you guys to understand that you have the opportunity to change your financial life with us, and then you will still have the opportunity to actually expand this community because as from next week, probably next week, we will be having after this we're launching the new technology is launching us into the first daily payment, and it is important for us to have stability when it comes to uh, the volatility of the market. That is why we created the new technology. I have tested. Give me a couple of moments, just a second, please. Yeah, sorry about that. So, I have personally tested the SPU. It is absolutely amazing, guys. This is blow my minds off, and it can be better than what it is. This is the technology that I believe is going to blow your mind off. The SPU, the stability. I just want to, chip put this on. When I tested this technology, the new SPU, it was all the prayer I have been asking for because being at the top level and working with the corporate as well and working with the community, I know the demand of an investor. Every investor wants stability because an investor have a business plan, because take for example an investor having an investment plan for a year or 6 months or maybe 2 years from now, and if those plan doesn't work the way he planned, that's a failure. And I've been praying that we have this stability. So I'm so excited that we kind of move, having that stability in a stable coin where we no longer have the fluctuations of the market, dragging us down. All right. If you take example of, let me give you a scenario. Okay, so let's take for example, like the non-stability is like you have 10 quays, and if you have like 10 quays, and then in a certain market price, and there's volatility in the market, and you have it down, you're no longer having that capital, right? So that is not what investor want. An investor totally want a stability. They want to know if I'm making 1% of my money in a month, my 1% supposed to be there, and they want to see that they can plan their life evolving themselves with the plan they already have. Because take for example, most of you bringing someone to Quanyan, all of you are my heroes for the year. You are my people of the year, right? Because when you bring someone to Quanyan, there's something you tell the person, this is what it's going to be, and this is how it's going to happen. So what if it doesn't happen that way? It makes you seems like you're a liar, but it's not. It is actually how the market evolved. It is how the market is. So the best options is for us to be in a stable coin, where if you now want to like kind of, let's say you're making $100 in a day, you can wake up the next day and make $90 and make $10 and make $15, right? But if you're in a stable coin, your $100 $100 because there's not much volatility. All right. So you can now be able to use your daily earning, exchange it, or maybe swap it with whatsoever currency that you want to. All right. So it is now very, very important now that we now have stability. Guy, I want to tell you that Kuailian 2.0 is my prayer answer. I did this is all I could ask for in any technology in the world. Coming from the background as a professional programmer, I understand how technology and how finance in technology mostly when it comes to to transactions, how it works. So I'm so excited about adapting to to the blockchain that we have, or operating on a new blockchain that allowed us to have a daily payment in a very stable way that you can plan your life in and understand this is what I'm making, this is from this time to this time, this is how much I'm supposed to make. And you don't wake up the next day and see your money go up, the next day you see your money go down, right? And people complain so much about it, right? And say, okay, yes, I know for sure money go up, that's okay for us. But what about when it goes down? No one want to talk about that, right? When it goes down, you're going to look for someone to someone to blame. So the best thing is for us now to have the stability of our currency, that if we have $100, that $100 can be changed to volatile currency, which you want. That should now be your decisions, right? So Quilian will no longer go through the exchange from the stable coin, because what Quilian does is that the money is in stable coin. They now exchange the money to Ether and then send to your wallet. So why not we, instead of exchanging again to ETH, we just send the money on stable coin. You take the decision of what, if you like the volatility, do it. All right. But guess what? It's, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love the USDT. All right, USDT. So for some of you guys already operating, like some of the wallets you operate, you might not actually need any wallet or change anything. All right, the systems by next week or so we will have to update you guys. So for now, you don't need to change anything. All right. I believe some of you are still receiving your earnings, and before by next week, I believe all earnings will be up to date and up to date. All right. For some, why it is happening like this is because of the Ether gas fee. Guys, if you are doing transactions in ETH, you could see that gas fee is off the roof. All right. So I don't have to pay, like, let's say I want to send you $1. Then I have to pay like $4 to send you $1. Economically, that doesn't look sound, right? And mathematically, that kind of strategy doesn't work. So Qualian have to wait for a couple of days for your $1 to be like maybe $5 or $6. I would now love to spend maybe like $4 to send you like $6 or $7. It's still better. But on the long term, that is not a long-term goal. What if we changed into something that is more stable, and then something that doesn't mean too much of volatility, that the money, the $4 I'm paying can go into profits. And now you're making more money. All right. When I tested the SPU, guy, the SPU was something that blew my minds off. Having my money on the SPU and receiving my earning in SPU and seeing the stability that I can make. If I'm making 6% in a month, I can be able to put myself in 6% and say, okay, this is how much I'm making, and at the end of the month, then I can have my plan. Okay, so guys, so much I appreciate. I wanted to do a kind of a presentations for some of you who love who doesn't want to be, because as Kuailian is Kuailian 2.0, it's gonna be, you guys are gonna be extremely wealthy when you see exactly what I mean. The XPU is absolutely amazing. Okay, for some of you guys who still want to be in the previous contract, yes, you can if you want to, but why do you want to still be in Qualian 1.0 when we have Qualian 2.0? It's like when it 2.0 came in situations when the technology is more scalable. And why do you still want to be in it 1.0 when it 2.0 is already in operations and more scalable and much better than the previous technology? So, guys, this is gonna be so amazing, and we're so close. So, some of you guys who have been in 2008, you already understands when we moved to if smart contract, it was stable. There were not a lot of people. It never thought that this crowd of people would accept or adopt into blockchain. That was not the initial objective. If they have known by this time this kind of crowd of people and the kind of money pumping into the technology will actually be by this time, they would have made something more robust, more something much more to accommodate the people. But shocking to everybody, the crowd of people coming into the technology becomes so much, and the money coming into the technology become unprecedented. You guys already are aware. When we started Qualian, the blockchain space was about 170 to 200 billion US dollars, right? When we started. Now, guys, guess what? How much is it? 1.7 trillion dollars. Guys, that is far beyond what you should think. There is need for us to change to 2.0, right? Accept the change, move stability, and we're going to be extremely successful. So I want to use this moment to really appreciate, our shareholder, Mr. Francis or Loafemi, and I believe Mr. George, and some of the top leaders as well, and the presidents of Quinance and the senior vice president of Quinance. And I want to welcome every one of you, all the top leaders, all the leaders that are actually been doing an amazing work. Okay, so I appreciate every one of you, and I understand that we, in moments sometimes, because my father used to tell me, he said, an animal that escaped from a trap is always afraid of a bending tree. So, I know for sure, because in Nigeria we have a lot of Ponzi's and people coming into, when you come into acquiring, all that I want is for you to have a change of mind and understands, again, we have been here since 2018, and we will still be here in the next 25 years, 30 to 40 years. I see you handing over this business to your children, and then you retire and have the peace of mind and have the lifestyle that you need for your life and for your children. Again, I am so excited. Apart from all the moments that we have had, I have testimonies, people calling me and thanking me. Despite the fact that some other people were dragging down the systems, some trying to be smarter than themselves, and in the middle of all that, because we had night and day working with the corporate. The corporate is absolutely amazing. and all the top leaders, we did not see much of the sleep because everybody hands was on deck, the training that we have and all the things that we've done. I'm so excited about the opportunity that Quine has given to me. And I'm so excited about the number of people that call me and thank me for for making them a part of Quine. And I'm so excited that this technology is going to be changing his life and the life of everybody that join this community. So if there is anything you're not happy about, just have a sense of rethink as a businessman, remove your emotion out of it, and be patient. Okay, and I apologize to anybody in whatsoever means that you are not happy, and I promise you that you're gonna have a right for your money. Thank you so much, everybody, and I just want to know if we have a couple of questions. I could like maybe answer some of them, and and then I'll hand over to some of the top leaders. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay, feel free to unmute yourself and ask question. I can see Sonny, your hand have been up. Miss Wisdom, feel free to unmute yourself and ask question. Infinite Note 4. And see some everybody. Go ahead with your question, Infinite Note 5.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir. Go ahead with your question, sir.
Yeah, I'm Sonny Chicks. Please, I have two questions, basically. The first one is the kuailian wallet address, the one that we are using before the company migrated to SPU. Our monies that are there, how are we going to pull it out? Because I tried to pull out mine, and it was telling me that the Ethereum gas is too high. So I had to leave it there for now. So what are we going to do about that? Or are we going to come back to use it again? And then the second, my second question is, in the new SPU arrangement, which I'm happy with anyway, I'm happy with it, I'm okay with it. I support the company on that. But after the 180 days contract, are we going to renew it again going forward? Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. That's the last questions. Okay. For the wallets, if you have money, you should maybe log into the side chain and see if you still have the money. Then, if you don't have the money, then it means quite enough withdraw it and send it to your main wallet. That is maybe you were using Exodus or any of the wallets. So whatever wallets that you will have it. What Italian have to the side chain was to bypass the Ether gas fee, and we get to understand that we still in the same place where we started, and we have to discontinue our agreements with sidechain. So all the money in sidechain return back to Quailian. Okay, so I believe if you have the previous wallet with you, it's actually be sent to your own wallet. So if you need to confirm, you can log in into your back office and take a look at it, and click on the information that always shows up, and then you can actually confirm it in the you can confirm it in your browser and find out if the money is actually sent to your own wallet. If it is not, you can actually send a ticket to click on support, then send a ticket, and find out if that money is actually being sent. But I'm very sure that most of all the money that was in the section, go ahead and withdraw all the money back, and it is their duty to send it to the investor directly. So I think that is for that. That is to just log into your Kuailian wallet and find out if the money is still there. If it is not, if it is still there, I'm very, very sure that it is withdrawable. You can send a message to Mr. Ifa. He's going to send you a video or maybe work with you and withdraw the money. But it doesn't take a long. It just 1 2 minutes that is done. We can help you get that done. But if you don't
Thank you
see the
very
money
much.
again, it means that the money has been withdrawn by Kuailian and sent straight to your own personal wallet. Okay, so
Thank you very much.
to answer the question number two, the question number two was that what's the question number two? I'm trying to find out question number two.
The question number two is that after the expiration of the 183 days contract in the new SPU, do we need to extend the contract or what?
No, the essence of the SPU 180 days, the essence is this. Take for example that you come into Kuailian today, you cannot liquidate your money until the expirations of that 180 days. So after 180 days, you have the freedom to liquidate your capital at any moment. That is what it means. It doesn't mean you have to renew again. It means it falls into liquidation. That anytime you feel like you're not happy again, because what we want to do is to keep happy people. We don't want to see any sad faces or anybody complain. We don't want complaint. This is a technology that has already created millionaires, and I believe you are one of them. Okay, so it all requires
Yes,
you to
yes.
have a financial plan for you to plan. Now we are in this technology. I want you to know that this Kuailian 2.0 was, something that I ever prayed for. Mr. If I can tell you about that, I've always told them, listen, this is what I could have expected, this is where we should move. But it was something that it wasn't that easy. I'm so excited. It's like a miracle. It's like a miracle to me. Kuailian 2.0 for us to have the three technology. Guess what? Kuailian is implementing three blockchain. That is absolutely amazing. And we are staking in the entire three blockchain on the pool. Can you imagine that? In the stability of our company? That is absolutely amazing how much we're going to make. This is this is this is wow for me. This is my wow moment. Sometimes I feel like crying and still being happy about tears of joy, seeing how this company have evolved over the years and giving people time for those people, for some critics, for some who are not just happy about us. Maybe they're not just happy about seeing our faces. They just want to drag down the system. Instead of dragging down the system, you guys have already understand that, all the capital you have, in if when you do your investment, you've seen that that money is being valued on USDT now. And some of you who have like one shares, you see now you're having like two shares, right? It shows that your capital that was in Ether have actually been re-evaluated because because the pooling of the pool, review the actual value of your capital, and then now that money is now being evaluated now. So re-evaluation means that all of you who have invested earlier before now have more money in the site, in the new technology. Your capital have actually increased than what it was. All right. I don't know if some of you experience things like that, in the back office, but you can go and check. All right. We are open to transparency. This is the company you cannot say any evil or any wrong thing against. We have proof. We are open. We are there. Everybody is there. The wallet is there. The money is there. The profit is there. What else do you really, I'm so excited, guys. I appreciate every one of you. You guys have
Yes.
really, 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 really been my heroes. Thank you for joining me in this choir. Thank you for staying with us. I believe if there is any issues or maybe some technical issues, we're going to help you solve it out, right? Communicate with all your leaders. They're going to help you out. And it is my hope that this company, in the next 20 to 30 years, that all of us, some of you will be giving me a call, Mr. Power, meet me in France. Mr. Power, meet me in Kazakhstan. I just have to have a dinner with you. That's what I want to see. I want to see in a time because this country, right now, the country is nothing we can take a look at, right? If you see what's going on and the hardship that's going on, Kuailian still remain the solution. Kuailian still remain the only solutions that we have to survive this kind of dreadful economy of Nigeria. If we need to survive, it must be one mind. Let us stick together. If someone offend you, you can forgive, you can forget, all right? You can move on, all right? But it is my hope that Quillian will serve us well. And I'm open to the next question. Thank you so much for that question, sir. It's a great question.
Hello, Mr. Power.
I want to ask my own question. I think I'm next.
Go ahead, Wisdom. And the woman from Brazil.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, whatever. All right, my question, sir. Thank you for the explanation. This was really thoughtful of you, and we appreciate it. I have about 3 questions. Can we hear me, please?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
All right, good. The for the kuailian 2.0 now, does this automatically erase the former presentation we used to use for our marketing? Number one, because it looks like the business model has changed. So I think I just want to confirm, it's more like I presume that, but I want to confirm if that is true, that we will get another business marketing presentation. That is number one. Number two, for those who want to liquidate, are they gonna, the Ethereum is about 1,800 now. For example, let's say somebody bought 1 Kwai when that 1 Kwai was worth 0.2 Ethereum as at that time. If the person wants to liquidate now, would the person be getting 0.2 of $1,800? I'd like that you clarify that for those who want to liquidate based on the price at the moment. Will it be liquidated based on the current price or what? Then number 3, is it possible to maintain the kuailian 1.0 and continue to earn Ethereum while you invest in kuailian 2.0? Meaning that for me as an investor, can I leave my past investment in Ethereum? Because one of the reasons why I came into kuailian is to amass Ethereum. So now, if we are going to USDT, to me, the dream of, because I know, of course, if I go back to check the very first payment kuailian gave me as a return, today it will be worth so much, courtesy of it coming in Ethereum. That is the juicy part for me. But now, because we are moving to USDT, is it possible to maintain that Ethereum investment and Ethereum returns while I can then decide to invest in this SPU newly with fresh money? Probably, I don't know if we'll be investing with USDT now because we'll be receiving in USDT. If I'd like to confirm if that can be maintained while I then look for new money to invest in the SPU. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, your first questions, applications, The only modifications is actually for those people. What we've done is to actually stop people from having two accounts in Kuailian. Okay, so so the changes now affect those who have like two accounts. So if you don't qualify a certain rank, you should not be able to make a certain amount of money. So if somebody come in, they want to open like two account, three account, and want to like kind of be more smarter than the person who brought them in, it doesn't make any sense. So the changes now, it's if you are not into a certain rank, you can make money to a certain rank. Okay, so I think that is what the little changes that is, but the rest of the thing stays the same. The rest of the technology and the presentation slides stay the same. So apart from the changes that to help the marketers, because you bring someone, you talk to someone into the system, and they come into the system, and then sign up, and the next moment he signed himself up, signed his kids up, signed the next kid up, and then the next moment he signs himself up, and then he wants to start trading it doesn't make any sense, generally speaking. So I think what Kuala have changed in the new marketing structure, you will not be able to do that. When you come in, you can do your 1,000 investment with the person who invited you, get a link and do your 1,000, and he ends a fast track. So the changes is to accept, adapt to those changes. So I think that is not very nice. And you have heard me said about there is re-evaluations of your capital in the SPU in a stable coin. The fact there is that Qualian is moving into 2.0. If you want to be in 1.0, you be in 1.0. That's your choice, but you don't ask me much because I have moved to 2.0, right? And if you want to accumulate more ether, what you need to do when you receive your money, do the swap. Okay, just swap it, swap your daily earning into ETH. All right, Quantum would not take the responsibility in swapping anymore to ETH and send it to you. So it just send it to you, you swap it by yourself, all right, and still accumulate your own ETH. I think that will make much sense to you. But because Quantum is operating in millions and millions of US dollars, there's a need for stability. That is one of the reasons. One of our biggest investor in Quantum, they want their wallet separated from the retail wallet. Why? Because they don't want so much. They just want their money stable coin. Now, let's take for example, if you come into let's say you have you have $1,000. If you have $1,000, what if the market when the market fluctuates, this and the price of your investments go down, how do you reevaluate that? The best is you can actually receive the money in stable coin, and when the price go low, you can buy low, and which is a very good business plan. For me, I think it is the best. You need to learn that. Some of the master class we're going to be having as coming from next month, and it's going to show you how you can actually buy a certain times and then see your wallet appreciate. All right. So take for example, when it was in 2000, or maybe when it went to 2200, right? And you used 2200 and buy the stable coin, all right? And you swap it to stable coin. If it dropped down to 1/4, you wouldn't have that volatility. Your money wouldn't go down, right? You still have your 2000 of your money with you. And what if you needed to swap it down and buy it at that price? I think you make more money, isn't that? So I think, it's all about having a business concept, a business plan, knowing more about these the market itself, because Ethereum is moving to 2.0, and I don't think for those who want to remain in 1.0, they would love to remain in 1.0. But when we move to 2.0, we've already moved to 2.0. I like changes, I like adaptations. That is the reason of success. When you have to be able to adapt to changing environment while having other plans of still keeping up with the pace. Okay. Receive your, all right. So if you want to liquidate, you liquidate 80% of your money, which you already remember that whatever you invested, 20% was actually taken out. So for the network marketing, you're already aware of that. So 80% of your money will be liquidated at whatsoever you invested. I think that's it. It makes more sense. But Quantum, right, is not staking in ETH. They are not going to be exchanging SPU anymore, SPU to ETH and send it to you. They want to, whatever they receive in SPU, they're going to be sending it to you. So you do the work by, trying to change it yourself. But if you want to still stay in the 1.0, you can continue. There's nothing wrong about it. But I told you, you would love, SPU more than the previous one. That is my promise. That's a bet to you because I've tested it. Jesus Christ, is absolutely amazing. You know, um, the good thing about this, if you have bigger investors understand the stableness of their capital because what a big investor need, a small drop in a big money runs into thousands. Mr. Francis can attest to you about this. When you have like $10,000, $20,000 in liquid in digital format, just little drop of price, you know that about a thousand is gone, right? So some of the leaders that have big money, they understand exactly that what we needed was stability, for us to be able to focus and achieve our goals. So I think I've answered your three questions, and and that was absolutely a nice question. Thank you so much, and and open for other questions.
Yes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Power.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please. My name is Esienobo. Please, it's like one of the questions the last caller asked was not, clearly answered. And I think she asked a question that if she maybe bought entered a kuailian when Ethereum was low, then after some time, it became high, and maybe she decided to opt out. What is the value?
I don't know. I don't know the value of the time you are liquidating it. So, but I believe if you have one ETH, you're going to liquidate your one ETH. 80%. Don't forget, 80%. So now
Okay. Sorry, my question was not complete. I'm not sure with my question, please. Secondly, I have a HR investment. When I changed to SPU, I was only able to change the LR and the MR. The HR, I don't know whether it's been enabled now to enable me to move over.
No, don't move the HR yet because the HR is a bomb. When you hear something, boom, exploding everywhere.
So I should just allow that one to still remain there.
Yeah, it's going to blow your minds up. So we're working because that one is completely a different technology of its own. The HR is going to just mark my word. The HR is going to blow your brain off. It's going to just blow you away. You're going to be thinking,
okay, thank you.
Like you don't even know if to shed tears of joy or not. But for now, we're not moving that to the experience now because that's a very hybrid technology. So that is still in it's 1.0 for now. All right. So, but I believe immediately we move, the 2.0 is launched, and then the next will be and not just the HR, a new technology, about three technology will be launched as well, and that's going to be absolutely amazing. I don't know how much how much we're going to be. I am.
Okay, please, good
Hello.
afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Diamond Thomas.
Okay, ma.
Thank you very much for putting up this Zoom meeting and having some things explained to us. It's rather unfortunate I came in a bit late. I know some explanations were made as to what this SPU is all about. I came in quite late. I didn't get that part. So far, what I understand is that SPU would allow us to get paid in USDT and no longer ETH. Is that all there is about the SPU arrangement, just to pay investors in USDT, or what is involved in the SPU? And then secondly, if I have both, okay, I have both low and medium. If I want to switch to just the low and allow the medium to remain in the first contract, the one you call 1.0, is that provision possible?
Yeah, the provision is possible if you want to move whatever, we still have the options. Kuala never, completely take away the options from the table. So, but, we're moving forward to keep up with the pace of the technologies as it's keep evolving. But for people who are actually in the XPU, they're gonna make more money. They're gonna make more money. Than the previous technology. You already been in the previous technology and you know how much you've made, right? But this new technology will make more money. I promise you, more money than you ever made in the previous technology. It's all about new things. When new things comes in, it's always a little bit of dragging, a little bit of doubt. But I understand that it's just normal. But when you step into your fear, it opened the demon that it wasn't that fearsome. It's now going to be like something that you can actually have a rest of mind and a peace of mind to operate. So I already talks about the stable coin. And guys, if you take a look at the stable coin is one of the debt invested money. If you are someone, if let's say someone gives you money right now, someone said, okay, I'm transferring 50,000 50,000 it to you right now, what will be the first thing in your mind? Immediately you receive the money, you swap it to stable coin to avoid the volatility of the market, because Mr. Francis can tell you this why I keep calling him, because he is the shareholder of this company. He understands, he has had his own wars, his own ups and downs. He has seen how the mistakes, you keep the money, and then by the time you're done with the logging in to try to buy the shares of the clients, before you know that, it doesn't you can even make more money. If the price go up, you make more money, because stable coin hold the value of the stable at that price. All right, so I think it's make more sense if you receive your money in, if you in stable coin, you can change it about the philosophy of the stable coin, because stable coin is a dollar pay. 100 stable coin is 100 US dollars, in a liquid format. All right. So we will be having some of master classes, from starting from when we started daily earnings, and it's going to be amazing because when the stable coin keep growing, stable coin only know up, it doesn't have volatility of the down. It always, when it keep growing, it means your capital grows, your profit grows, but it does not grow with volatility. It has that stableness and of the market. All right. So I think some of those three questions. Three questions. I think I've answered those three questions, madam. I think
So I was actually saying that is the arrangement. Yeah, I was actually asking that. So this new arrangement is just to pay us in a stable coin, USDT. And will we be required to have another wallet in our back office where the USDT will be received?
I don't. You have to. For now, we've not completely completed the Kuailian 2.0. So now you don't have to make any changes. When the time for changes will come, Kuailian will be the first to update you. Okay. So, but for now, Kuailian is still is swapping USDT for it and send it to your wallets. Okay.
Okay. All right.
When the time comes, maybe you're using Exodus, you already have USDT in Exodus. So it might require you to include that, all right? Because we're not leaving the smart contract. We're still in the smart contract, but we are now having other blockchain, 3 blockchain that will allow us to meet the demand of our investor. Our investor want us to pay promptly. They want their money to come in, at schedule. They don't want volatility of their that if they are making money, their money should be stable. Because there are people that used to make like $100 in Kuailian. There are people that used to make 1,000, 2,000 in dollars in Kuailian every single day. But now, because of the volatility of the market and how this market structure is designed, it's not that even making less. Some doesn't even make 50% of that money, and that is why there's need for this stability because the new blockchain, Ether is already congested because it never expected this kind of growth. They they even launched the 2.0 is not even yet usable. All right, they're still on the project. The project still going on. The gas fee is off the roof. Why? Because of so much volatility, so much money in the system, and people pay so much to do a lot of. That's why you have a lot of trading days coming in. Everything about Ether now, a lot of people are actually having new technology coming in. So we are adapting into this new technology to allow us to operate directly with our investors. Instead of us keep complaining of too much gas fee, we should evolve to the new technology, allow us to serve our clients better. So our clients will be very much happy to see the stability. If they are making $100, they can have their hope on the $100. They can plan their life with $100. No, I know that I'm making $100. Now they're not going to wake up the next day and see their money go down. So if they want that, they can now be able to take the $100 they are making, exchange it to any currency they want. But if they are ready to face the volatility, all right. But at some point in life, I really understand that this path that we are is the best path. This is what I've ever asked for. All right. I can now make a choice of what to do with my money. All right. So now you're going to make that choice and you will end the choice. But Kuailian will still offer you, we're now having adapt 3 blockchain, and that adaptations of the 3 blockchain plus the smart contract, that's the 4 blockchain we have now. And having 4 blockchain is going to make us serve everybody for the next 25 to 30, 40 years. So it is a long term. We are adopting this new technology because we believe in change. We believe that the future will be more advanced. Artificial intelligence, you already know that the pool is artificial intelligence, AI.
Yeah.
And the advancement of the AI to keep up with the market pace, it's needed. So market is no longer that's a market we used to have. You should know the market have changed because a market of 1.7 trillion dollars, that means whale has come into the market. That means shark has come into the market. That means dolphin and all these other species are already in the market now. Everybody's eye Everybody eye So advancement of technology is beyond belief. So you can see that if you will agree with me, since 2006, if you can know 2017, 2018, we have hundreds of companies that we operating in the blockchain. But today they are no longer there. Why? The technology have maxed them out. Because the technology requires activeness, it requires the change, it requires evolving. And I'm so excited of it, of kuailian 2.0, allowing us to pay our customers on a daily basis, allowing the stability. You can now be able to see your money. You can, and then, after 180 days, your money is float for liquidity. Anytime if you want to stay, anytime if you want to leave, you can liquidate them. I think it is so much of flexibility giving to the investor to make a choice, because Quantum doesn't want to make all the choices for you. You have to also make the choices yourself. I hope you understand that, madam. Thank you so much for that questions.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your presentation. Currently, I know we have been moved, if not everybody, at least maybe 70% or 80% have been moved to the USDT SPU. Now, are we now being paid in the current the current system now, the SPU USDT? That is number one question. Number two, in the previous system, which is kuailian 1.0, our monthly return, I think, was around 8% to 12% monthly. So in this new system, what would be the in this new low risk, medium risk, and the high risk? Now, are we still going to have those three systems again in this new kuailian 2.0? And also the HR, are we going to still have access to the HR? Because you must have $15,000 before you can have access to it in the old system. So are we now going to buy the HRO with $100 USDT? So those are my questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And starting from your last questions, the USDT value, USDT is always at the current unit of or rate of any crypto, of any volatility currency in the blockchain. So the unit is stable. So whether it goes up, whether it's come down, the unit is always stable. So it can always pick at that price. Number two, the SPU, the SPU, the SPU of the HR is absolutely amazing. So you wait and see what's gonna happen. You're gonna be saying Mr. Powell said about this. He told us this is going to happen. It's going to blow our mind off. For the percentage value of the of the MR, right? If you have the, let's say, MR, we used to have the MR like 4%, 5%, all right, 3%, and at some point we even have the the MR or the LR like 2% or 3%, but when in this new technology we're going to make more money because we have the stability of the systems. We can even go up to 6%. all right, of the LR. That is absolutely amazing. All right. So I think that is where we should, where we should now begin to understand this is amazing. All right. And when I tested the LR, and I saw that I make up to but maybe even more than 6%, 6 point something percent. It was like an eye opener. Jesus Christ, this is absolutely amazing for everybody. My gonna really, really, love this, because you now be able to now understand now it is no longer now fluctuating, because the fluctuations of the market is actually being pulled off, and now you now have the opportunity to, if you're making your 6% now virtually, and then you understand that you're making like 6% on the LR. You've never, I know, except those people who have been with us, those who have been 2008, they understand how powerful the LR was. Now, SPU is more powerful than the previous LR. Those guys who were 2008 will be doving their hats for SPU, because this is the stableness of this technology. It's absolutely so amazing. So I think you should work with that if you've been with us quite a while. And if you haven't, I believe the new one technology will make more money for us more than the previous one. So I think I've answered so many of the questions. I would like to hear from our shareholder, Mr. Francis Oluwafemi. Mr. Parker.
Hello, sir.
That
Hello, sir.
from him. Hello?
Sorry, I have a question.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, I have a question. Hello, good afternoon.
Go ahead with your question.
Okay, so you said we can make up to 6% of I mean, when you say 6%, I'm looking at, is it going to be a daily, is this 6% daily or 6% weekly? Can you just clarify that part, please?
In fact, this is the last questions, because I don't like being misunderstood, the 6%, and we were talking about the previous questions that was presented to me, every single month, we always come out with monthly percentage, percentage ratio. And I believe that was what it was, the last questions was asking me, and now, and if you can review back some of mostly the LR, and then you understand that we have always had to be very, very conservative, and the conservativeness of the SPU is even so much, much, much more advanced. That was what I cannot give the 6%, because I give the 6% on the LR, or on the LR of the SPU, because that's exactly what I saw, and which was something like a high level of improvement. And so I think that is, you can judge from that tenets, from the fact that you can review yours, the LR works, and the percentage value of the LR, and then look like the LR now, and see the value at 6%, and then the rest of the technology coming. So I think that's absolutely amazing. It makes a whole lot of sense. And thank you so much. And Mr. F, please, can I speak? Can I hear from the shareholder of kuailian, Mr. Francis Oluwafemi, and for his experience, and his inputs in what in the whole meetings we have today.
Hello, Mr. Power.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
Good
Okay. Can you?
afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to everyone in the house. I'd like to congratulate every member of this family for particularly the new platform that we have to be launched in the next couple of days or thereabout. Congratulating everyone, because this is a big one. It's a big one. It's something that we know that we can, like Mr. Power said, we can plan with. Okay. So this is not a business that you have today and you don't have tomorrow. I think that's the key thing. So everybody should be excited about this. Yeah, we should be excited about the fact that we have a system we can identify with. And the good thing about this this whole community is that even with your one license, you are a part of this project because it's a decentralized project. Yes, it's a decentralized thing. Fine, we have the technical partners, we have the developers at the forefront, but in the real sense of it, as long as you have any amount of stake in this business, in this project, you are a co-owner of this project. So, and it's amazing to be part of such a big thing, such a credible thing. All right. So, and that's why I'm congratulating everyone. I also like to chip in something. Maybe we could just check it out. Someone asked a question earlier talking about the HR, the high risk. Okay. So that's talking about if it is accessible and all that. There is a new development, and I like to maybe we can clarify that because I'm aware. In fact, some of the partners called my attention to it. Okay, that as long as you have HR, that's high risk product, the system has automatically upgraded you to elite user. Okay, elite user. Yeah, the system has automatically done that. But for people that will be coming in newly, you will not be able to buy HR except you have the elite status. And the cost for that is about 240 something dollars. Okay. We have three types of users in kuailian. We have the call it ordinary user, then we have the pro user, and then we have the elite users. Okay. So for you to elite is what qualifies you to buy high risk. Okay. But for the existing people that already had high risk, the system has upgraded them. If you go back to your profile session now, check it out. You will see that your status is now elite. Okay. And with that, you are also able to move your high risk to SPU. The button is already highlighted there. In fact, just yesterday, I did for someone. Okay. So it's something I want us to check out and so that we can balance it out. So I think that will be my contribution. Thank you so much, Mr. Power. Thank you to all the leaders. And once again, congratulations excuse me, congratulations to everyone. The honest truth is this. The solution that kuailian has come up with, it's a good one. And it's a solution that is designed to bring about sustainability, to bring about continuity, and to bring about longevity. Okay, so it is. So thank you very much. And just like Mr. Power has said also on the closing remark, the truth is this: it doesn't even make any sense exiting kuailian at the moment. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's give the system the benefit of the doubt. At least 6 months before you close your eyes and you open your eyes, 6 months is gone. Sorry about that, please.
Hello.
6 months is gone by before you know it. Okay. All right. So exiting kuailian at the moment, partners, you'll be leaving kuailian with a wrong impression. You'll be leaving kuailian with a very terrible experience. So just give the system benefit of the doubt. Watch out what happened in the next 6 months. You will be convinced that the next 6 months, once this system is stabilized, the next 6 months of our life will definitely be better than the previous. So thank you very much. On that note, I'd like to rest my case. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody.
And thank you so much, Mr. the vice, the shareholder of Kuailian. Thank you so much for, for the, for some of you guys, I told you that it's going to be a big deal. And, being in this platform and being with us, and it's going to be absolutely a whole lot of treats. Let me tell you something, guys, in the economy of this country. All right, so I'm judging based on the economy of Nigeria as we speak, who truly need Kuailian is us. So now, after this, after the 2.0 is launched, no industry, I promise you, no industry in the world that's going to see your back, in terms of stability, instead of results. We've been here, we've been to since 2008, and we're still going to be here in the next 10 to 20, 30 years. And we're building the technology that will evolve as, as the space, as the blockchain space evolves as well. So guys, having heard from the shareholder of Kuailian, I really want to appreciate all the Kuailian elite members. I want to thank every one of you. And on Wednesday, if is that okay? Wednesday, we're gonna come in again and have a chat with all of us, with everybody. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So Wednesday, guys, let's meet on Wednesday and take a look at what we've done and what we haven't and see all the things going on. Thank you so much for giving us, all of us, the opportunity on behalf of all the top leaders of Guinea. And if I've already mentioned every one of them, on behalf of the leaders, as a member of Kuailian as well, I welcome every one of you and ask you to stay put. We are in here for a ride, a long ride. Thank you and God bless. And happy weekend. Peace.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Power. Thank you for that wonderful inspiration. And that was a true story, what has transpired in the system for the past few years. Having been here for the past 5 years, capitalizing on the master notes for the past 3 years plus, I think is something that we should continue. Since Kuala is not a process scheme, is a real product that based on technology. I think it's a time for all of us to sit down and have a financial plan. What is coming is very, very amazing that each and every one of us need to have a financial plan. If you have a financial plan with what is coming, to become a deal on that is going to be very simple because it's going to be more stable, it's going to be more rewarding, it's going to be more profitable. It's for us to stand up and work because there's no food. Nigeria always say there's no food for lazy man, but today there's a food for people that are smarter in terms of technology. Money is now free in the blockchain space. You can make your money in USDT. Before I go, I wanted to share my screen. A very, very quick one with voice. I end the Zoom. And I believe everybody can see my screen right now. I believe everybody can see my screen. This what happened in the crypto space. The best cryptocurrency, the number one cryptocurrency in the world is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if you can see in the last 24 hours, we have a total volume of 61 billion US dollars that's been generated. While the Ethereum that we are using right now have a volume of 24 billion US dollars. And the Binance coin have a volume of 3 billion US dollars. Now the USDT that we are moving into that is going to be stable, that if you are making your money, you receive your money on stable coin on every single basis. This is where the billionaires in the world keep their money, which is the USDT, that is the Stellar, have a total volume in less than 24 hours, have a total volume of 104 billion US dollars. No cryptocurrency in the blockchain have the type of volume that USDT have, because that's where the billionaires really keep their money in the blockchain. Now, Kuailian is also using what we call the ADA. ADA, I see ADA is also doing better, which is about 6 billion US dollars. The Polkadot, which they know also have about 2 billion US dollars. I think we are in for a very serious business. We are in for a very serious business, and I think anybody that have a financial plan, and with what is to come, someone can have what we call the compound interest. This way you can really apply what we call the compound interest, because if you are expecting to earn 6 to 7% in a month, that's about, if you earn 6% in a month, that's about 0.2% in a day. Someone can really know what to do, know what to earn. If I put $5,000, you know that this is what I will earn every single month. Someone can use that one to do compound interest and reserve some into the currency that fluctuates like Ethereum. There are a lot of projects in the blockchain. I think we'll start a lot of training on how people can maximize opportunity in the blockchain through what they earn from kuailian. It's going to be very amazing. They're bringing in a lot of education into kuailian, and I want to encourage everybody. Why are you leaving? Why don't you stay in the next 183 days, as Mr. Power said? If you are not satisfied after 183 days, you have the right to take your capital back at any time. So it's time for us to see. I will try to do a little brief video on how to move as simple as ABCD, how to move your coin to SPU. I don't want, there's no need for you to keep your money in coin. Move your money to SPU. As we are moving, let's move. It's massive movement. It's time to move. We are moving. So there's no time to keep the money USDT. And this is my last word for everybody. Please and please and please, if you have 2 accounts in kuailian, get my point very clear. If you have 2 accounts in kuailian, please and please go and liquidate one and use that liquidation and upgrade in your main account. There's nothing that should make anybody to keep 2 accounts. We have been here for years. We don't keep 2 accounts, and the system does not appreciate 2 accounts. The only way I can allow anybody and get someone to appreciate to liquidate is on 1 account. If you have 2 accounts that is attached to your name, decide on the one that you want to keep, and we are not the one to decide for you. Liquidate one, take the one that you liquidate, upgrade it in the new account, the one that you want to keep. Don't liquidate the money and go and eat it. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, I want to say this as a person. People that know how money is, know how this works. The money invested in kuailian, if you did not put it in kuailian, let me shock you, that money should have not been there by now. Maybe you have used it to one thing or the other. So please, if you liquidate your capital, take it to augment in the new technology that's going to make more sense, more stable. Please, if you have 2 accounts, 3 accounts, there are people in kuailian that know they have more than 3 accounts. Please try and liquidate 2, collect the capital, then use 1 account only. Thank you, and really appreciate everybody for joining us. I'm so excited about what is coming, because in kuailian, if you stay with us, it's going to experience an incredible profit, and I appreciate Mr. Power for being there and trying to show us the real value in the blockchain. I appreciate the shareholder of kuailian and Mr. Francis Oluwafemi, His Excellency. That's how I call him.
Please, Comrade Efa, can you post this video on WhatsApp so that we can rewatch it again?
Okay,
I really love it.
I think this one was recorded, so I will post it.
Please.
So
thank you very much.
I appreciate everybody. You're welcome, sir. And I can see Dr. Collins on the line and the 7-figure boss pro. Everybody, Mr. Yoku, we appreciate you, the preacher. Everybody that joined us today, Mr. Sienobu, everybody is very, very important. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us. And we think we'll do it again on Wednesday. And the Wednesday should be in the evening, since it's the working day, maybe 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Thank you. See you all on Wednesday.